it going, Rick? What's going on, man? What's happening with you?
Yeah. Decent, man. I'm all right.
Yeah,
This
been having
weather
a good week.
been a great week, personally, and
That's good. That's always good.
it was nice to have Champions League back. That was nice, wasn't it? Champions League back. Listening to that anthem, I'm assuming for you was great. It's been a
It was
long time
fantastic.
missing, but no, to be fair, it was decent. It's been a good week personally. Football being on, things going well for me, man. So yeah,
A
all
lot
good.
of football. A lot
Apart
of
from I
football.
got
for sure.
caught in the rain twice, and shorts and t-shirts. Worst time was today, taking the bins out. I just went, heavens just opened. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake.
I mean, you've heard that song,
Drenched.
right? You've heard that song. Do you like pina coladas? Get caught in the rain, bro. That's come
Well,
on, man. You know, you got to live the dream, bro. You got to live the.
yeah, no,
you
it's
gotta live
about
it.
hopping and skipping all the way back.
I can see it happening across them puddles. Do you know what I mean? Going
That's
for
exactly
a swim.
what it was.
My toes are going for a swim. That's what's going on. But no, that's good, man. That's good. Obviously, you know.
But
Good
yeah,
week.
have you been? You've been good?
It's been all right. It's been all right. Can't complain. Can't complain.
Can you?
Yeah, I mean, look, we're all right. We're alive. We're breathing. You know, we look forward to another day. So you can't really complain when you look into
Wow,
the.
it's going that way, is it?
It's the biggest. Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't even know what I'm talking about
Is
anymore.
it going that way?
It's not. I'm just gonna just give me 1 second. Let me just get the intro going. All right.
Bring us in, fella. Bring us in.
That's my neck stretching right there. I don't even hear my neck. Right, good. All right, there we go. Welcome to Tash, Mike, guys. How you doing? Hope you're well. Thank you for being here, as always. I'm just going to have to do it like that, Rick, because I built it up too much.
Short and sweet straight away.
built
Yeah,
it,
that's it. And do you know what I mean? It's the title. It just demands short, sweet, to the point.
It has to.
Tash,
isn't it?
Mike,
Tash, Mike,
guys.
guys. It's like Tash, Mike. You know what?
Where
They're
we
all
at?
three. They're all a syllable each. Do you know what I mean? So you can't prolong that. How can you
exactly.
prolong that? You know what I mean? I'm not singing
Tell your
now.
friends.
Yeah,
Tell
exactly.
your friends about it.
I'm not singing it. Don't tell your friends about singing.
Your
that.
family. No, not the singing. Just Tash, Mike, guys. You know, you're not even wasting that much breath. Like my man Larry said.
It's 3 syllables.
3
That's all it
syllables.
is. The whole thing. 3 syllables.
Just
Tash, Mike, guys.
just 3.
Done. Exactly. See?
Hey, have you listened to Tash, Mike, guys?
It just rolls
I
off the
recommend
tongue.
you listen to Tash, Mike, guys.
Rolls off the tongue. Do you know what I mean? Oh, and by the way, for any razor companies out there, if you want to sponsor us, then we are the Tash, Mike, guys. How about that?
Gillette.
Genius
Wilkinson
dropping right
Swords.
there. That's good. Any of them. It doesn't matter which one. All right, give me Harry's or something.
Electric razors as well. Yeah, that would. Oh yeah, Harry, sustainable.
Harry's.
I like that.
Manscaped.
Yes.
I'll go for Manscaped.
Oh, my guy. Yeah,
You get me?
You're listening.
I'm just.
This is the only time we listen, though. Yeah. For after this, it's only sponsors.
Yeah, this is just some of the few that are out there. Obviously, I don't want to mention everyone because we'll be here for a long time. But everyone, anyone, doesn't matter. Wilkinson's own, not the Wilkinson sword. Wilkinson's own razors. I don't mind.
Is Wilkinson still going?
That's still a thing. That's still a thing.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't think it's reached the northeast yet. Like, you know, with the whole closing down. You know,
Oh right, okay. So it's still
a
going
wave.
strong up top.
Still a wave. Yeah, I think it's sort of getting caught up in Leeds. And not going any further than that, but you know, it is what it is. Anyways, look, sponsors, basically what we're trying to say is any of them. It doesn't matter, all right? Just get in touch, man. Get in touch. Rick, right, no, that's enough. That's enough of the intro. I think
That's enough of the admin side of things.
Yeah, we've got to take housekeeping. You know, you said it last time. We've got housekeeping rules. That's what it is. So, you know, Tash, Mike, guys. Our Tashes are touching the mics. Mine's touching the foam right now, and it's good. It's really good. It's actually getting a bit annoying, to be fair. But anyway, Rick, forget all that. Champions League was back on. Great to see it. Obviously, for me, it's doubly special because, you know, my team hasn't been there for 7 years, 8 years?
Yeah,
No,
6, 7, I think it was. I saw a picture today of last time you guys were in the Champions League. Sanchez, Ox, Ramsey,
all the
Xhaka,
greats,
Mustafi at the back. Was it Mustafi?
Mustafi was the other guy, the Greek guy, the Socrates. He was
He
was on the left back.
Wenger, the manager, Giroud at the top.
Giroud, my boy. He left us. He won the league. So he won
the league, won the Europa, won the Champions. To be fair, I'll be honest with you. Who did he leave you for again?
Doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. That's not what we're talking about. That's a different topic.
That was 2 seasons ago, bro. Like, let's just move on from that. But obviously, I don't know if you watched any of the matches, but we're definitely going to get into Arsenal.
I watched one.
Which one did you watch? Let me guess. Hold on. Salzburg. No, wait. I'm not feeling a Salzburg. I'm feeling a Man United versus Bayern Munich.
No, to be fair, I watched Basel. No, I'm joking.
All right, folks, we're done here. Thank you so much for listening. Goodbye.
Yeah, I thought I'll watch it for our listeners in Switzerland. I thought they want to hear how their teams are getting on.
Brilliant.
Now I'm chatting shit. To be fair, the ones that I watched, yeah, you're right. Man United Bayern is the one that I watched. I was trying to flick through Arsenal one, but I thought, I'll give him 20 minutes, see if it warms up. And I think by that point you were 3-0 up. I was like, nah, it's no point watching this match.
Yeah, it was 2-0 up at that
2-0
point.
2-0 up or something.
Yeah, it was
something like that. I was like, you know what, there's no point watching this.
It was, you know what, but I mean, you started, obviously, let's just jump straight into the Man United Bayern game. I started watching a little bit of it, obviously, after Arsenal were just totally dominating PSV. And I started watching a bit of the Bayern Munich game, and obviously, you know, I'm watching it. It's 2-0 Bayern. I'm like, all right, yeah, it's what we were expecting, and then it's 3-1, and then it's 3-2, then it's 4-3. And I'm like, wait, what happened in this game? Like, you know, where did
these goals come from?
What? But Casemiro obviously with 2 goals at the end. I wouldn't really say saving it.
It's no, I wouldn't use that word neither. To be fair, the scoreline flattered Man United. I think Rio mentioned that same thing as soon as I saw the scoreline as well, because I have a Man United friend of mine. I'm sure we've all got Man United friends, but like geezers who I play usually.
Sorry, no longer friends of mine, by the way. No longer friends of mine.
All right, okay.
The end.
We're not there yet with him. But I messaged him and I was like, what did you think? You've lost like 3-3, conceded over 3 goals in last 3 matches in all comp. And he was like, oh yeah, no, I was happy with that result. I was like, what were you watching, bro? Like, were you watching the same game that the rest of us saw? Like, what game were you watching?
Sorry, which result was that?
Exactly.
We're talking about the Bayern game.
He said he was happy with the result. I was like, did you not see what I saw? And he was like, yeah, but you know, it was a happy result. Bayern is a good result. Bayern's a good team, and so on. I was like, they were lucky, right? I watched the match. Onana made a silly mistake to concede that goal, and I'm happy it could not happen to a better bloke, to be fair, because I think he's so cocky. He's come out with these, and okay, that's him and so on, but just something about him I don't like. And then, the goals that Man United scored were just pointless. Like, not pointless, they were goals, but luck. The only way I could describe it.
Consolation goals, really.
But it's just the way the things that just fell to them. Like, and it wasn't like they made their own luck, and it wasn't like, as you know, sometimes I've said it many times here. Oh, you make your own luck. You try this and you try that, and then eventually it'll fall for you. Man United, like, was just lucky. Just the ball just seemed to have fallen to Casemiro, and I think by that point Bayern switched off as well. To be honest with you, they were dominating the whole game. 10, 15 minutes or until that first goal went in, maybe, okay, they weren't dominating, but second half, it was just Bayern. Unbelievable. What's the young boy?
Musiala.
Different class. Yeah. Different class. He was unbelievable. Quick, trickery, left foot, right foot, dropping the shoulder here. And against like what's the word I'm looking for? An experienced midfield for Man United. Yeah. Cass, Bruno, and then even their defenders like Martinez, World Cup winner, couldn't get close to this kid.
Can we stop saying that when we mention Martinez, please?
Exactly, but you kind of, that is the title effectively. Same as when we say Enzo, same as when we say McAllister for the teams that we have, and you know what I mean? It's just like they are World Cup winners, regardless whether the World Cup was fixed and blah 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 conspiracies. But he is, and this guy just made him look bang average. Honestly, this kid was... Bayern were quality. They were passing the ball. They were moving. They were quick, sharp. Everything I wish Chelsea was.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, obviously they've been together for quite a bit, the Bayern players, and I'm just looking at some of the stats, to be fair, and there's no real surprises here. And, you know, expected goals, 2.73 expected goals. So again, they could have just gone more and more. But I feel there's a meme that went around that said Bayern were that good that they injected new life into Man United just to go beat them again. So, and I cracked up because I thought that was hilarious, because even though the scoreline is 4-3, like you said, it flatters Man United because, you know, I don't even know how they got the 3 goals unless the keeper was sleeping. I don't know what Ulrich was doing. Was it Ulrich? Yeah, it's Ulrich, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't understand. I mean, lapse of concentration, which probably doesn't bode too well for Bayern, to be fair, because, you know, if they come up with better against better opponents, then, you know, they need to really just keep it tight. There's no reason for this to be 4-3.
No, they really weren't. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Sticking to the stats, 60% to 40% possession, Bayern's favoured. 19 shots to 9 altogether. 9 on target for Bayern, 4 for United. Corners 7-3. Fouls were equal, but like if you look at that, they kept the ball. They had all the shots. They had all the majority of the corners, and you just think to yourself, like, come on, bro, like they were all Man United were just meh. When I say meh, I describe it the same way as I used to describe Chelsea last year, some games this year, just no clue. There was no tactical awareness, no tactical idea, no execution of any ideas. It was just, Bruno was shocking. McTominay came on, I think, his 70th minute. Lost the ball 10 minutes later. This guy was jogging back, bro. Like, he was jogging back. He lost the ball, and you're trying to look for an equaliser or trying to get a next goal to spur your team on for the final stages of the match. These geezer are just like, nah, I've lost it. It's okay, I'll jog back. Yeah. There's no fight in that team. And then you've got to ask question, what's going on behind the scenes?
Yeah, I think, obviously we discuss United like we discuss Chelsea, to be fair. And because they're at a stage now where, yeah, all right, fair enough, transition. We've said all that, boring words. But at the same time, I mean, you're going up against Bayern, and fair enough. Obviously, you managed to sneak that 2-1, and then everything just sort of unravels. You know what I mean? They get the penalty. Kane obviously steps up because that's what Kane does. And sometimes, if I was Ten Hag, I'd be thinking, why did I not go in for Harry Kane as much as I could to grab that guy? Because he'd do a great job. He's going to Bayern. He's tearing it up there, assists, goals, and again. We're happy, both of us, because obviously we've had conversations about Harry Kane. It's like, look, if he leaves Tottenham, then we'd have nothing against him. But whilst he was there, it was a case of, well, like, what are you doing? What are you winning?
What are you doing for you?
Yeah, what's your ambitions here? Because if your ambition is just to stay at Tottenham, win your personal accolades, excellent, well done, you've achieved that now. So does that mean you retire? Or do you go for the next challenge? And you know what? He stepped up. He went for the next challenge. It's not even in England. It was a brand new challenge in a different country. New language, everything. So you got to look. I personally, I take back anything I've said about. Right? Yeah, I take my hat off right now.
Take that cap off right now.
It's off. It's done. People can't see it. It's off.
Good lad.
But he's an incredible player, and obviously for Bayern to add someone like him, it's only going to go one way. Obviously I know Leverkusen doing quite well, so that's going to be an interesting title challenge. But it's one of those years where Bayern, they're sort of in a bit of a dip, and then all of a sudden, every other team just drops, and then Bayern takes back up again. And,
yeah.
And sorry, that's obviously what seemed to happen with Man United. They just sort of took the foot off the gas a little bit. Obviously, Man United came back. Well, they scored, so it could have been embarrassing, really. For Man United to come out and score and win that game like that when obviously they were dominated. It's
I don't think they deserve the 3 goals. So Man United really did not deserve those 3 goals. Okay, maybe they deserved
the
one.
The Højlund goal. The Højlund goal were
pointless. Yeah, the Højlund goal. But then he took him off as well, and I'm just thinking, what are you saving him for? Like,
you put Martial on, by the way. You put Martial on.
Martial came on, bearing in mind, like, again, a bit truthfully, because I try to give nothing but honesty on here. Martial came on and he was sharp. He took that shit personally. I think one of the defenders or somebody tried to go in for a rough challenge on him. He took that personally, bro, and he was just like, yeah, no, let me show you what I can do. And he did. He had a couple of decent spells, but it just didn't lead to anywhere because nobody else was on the same level or the same sharpness as him. Everyone was like a yard behind what Martial was doing, because if they were all at the same level that Martial were, I think they would have drawn that game, because Bayern took the foot off the gas. I think once they went 3-1, they were passing it around, taking the piss a little bit with crosses. Sane was taking extra touches that he didn't need to. But going back to the pen, what did you think? Did you think it was a pen? Have you seen it, first of all? Don't give me that Arsene Wenger or Fergie. I haven't seen it. I'll have to go back. And he's on mute.
Yep, that's a rookie mistake. No, I did watch it, but that was earlier on today. So because I know you're asking for a reason, so I'm just gonna have to give that another watch just to make sure that I didn't miss anything. But from what I saw, it seemed a penalty. It's a typical penalty against Harry Kane. That's the way I look at it.
The pen that he took, though, the pen that Harry Kane took was unbelievable. Power, side netting. You can't save those. It was just the keeper cannot react quick enough from the centre of the goal to dive to the right or the left when Harry Kane hits him like that. It just makes me angry. Why did he not do that for England in the World Cup? Yeah. Why was he trying to go centre of the pitch into his hand? He's going, bro, just smash it away. Just pick your spot. Just hit it. They're the words. Do what you do.
Yeah.
Do what you do, boo boo.
Don't overcomplicate things like a Pep Guardiola. Don't
overcomplicate. Just hit it. But no, he was quality. Another thing I wanted to say as well, when I go back to the tactics, Bayern always had an out ball. When they were playing the ball out the back, Man United tried to press. The right back was always around the centre of the pitch. Middle of the pitch, right hand side, of course.
That's literally what I was just looking at there.
Nowhere to be seen. Yeah. And you're like, that was the out ball 4 or 5 times when United tried to put a bit of pressure together, put the pressure on to the defence in numbers. There was an out ball every time, and you just think to yourself, what is going on? How are the managerial team not seeing this and putting a bit more pressure? But yeah, I suppose that's to be seen. Let's see what they can do. Game 6, when it's just around December time, I think it'll be United Bayern, because it'll be the final game of the group stage.
Yeah.
And then we'll see what can happen there. Who else is in their group, by the way? Who else is in their group?
I've just had a look at the penalty shout, and yeah, I mean, it's unfortunately, I know it seemed a bit close proximity, but unfortunately, it's just the way that teams have been punished. Teams have been punished for that for a lot less than that, and so that's a penalty. I don't think there's much to discuss about it, to be fair. So in the group, they've got Copenhagen, they've got Galatasaray, and obviously Man United, which is sitting last right now because the other two teams drew. So not a good start. Not a good start in when you look at it from the outside and you look at that the standings. Not a good start for Man United because again, one more loss. It's over.
Well, then that's it. Yeah, but you think about it. Who's their next game against? If they lose to Galatasaray, let's say Galatasaray are realistically going to be the team that probably look to finish second in this group. Let's say Bayern are going to take it.
Yeah, so
Man United are looking at Europa League again.
Yeah, and straight drop.
Realistically, looking at that group there, no disrespect to Copenhagen and Galatasaray, Man United need to qualify from the group. They need to get out of the group.
Second at the very least. I think that's minimum.
Second or joint top with Bayern and then just goes to goal scoring. If you look at historic teams and the name of the team, the stature of the club, yeah, man. But again, these teams, we're focusing on the history rather than currently what they're at.
But even you say that, I mean, even if they drop in the Europa League, they've got teams like Liverpool, they've got teams like a Bayer Leverkusen, in there, and obviously whoever drops out from a Champions League, from the bigger team. So I genuinely, I don't think, obviously I know we're not big fans of Man United anyway, but I just don't see them, doing so well in the CL. However, that being said, they've got enough caliber in the team to do well.
Yeah, I agree.
Now it's up to the coach, and I'm again for the second week in a row or third week in a row. Unfortunately for Ten Hag, I just don't really see how he's going to take them forward because if he can't handle the small time players, like you look at Anthony, you look at Højlund, for example, those are small time players in the big scheme of things. They haven't done anything, they haven't proven anything. If you can't tie those guys down in terms of tell them exactly what you need to do, like a Garnacho, attitude problems, whatever it is, like a Sancho. I'm sorry, but you're not doing your job as a coach. Yeah, you're concentrating on the field, but it starts in the dressing room. If in the dressing room everyone's bickering or no one's listening to you or three people are on the phone whilst the rest are listening, that's not good enough. Yeah. You get a Wenger, you used to get the Fergies, they step in the room and that's it. You watch Arsenal's what's it called? All or Nothing.
All or Nothing. Yeah.
Arteta walks in the room, everyone's silent, they're listening because it's that respect that he demands or the great managers demand. And I just don't think Ten Hag. I think Ten Hag is like just a little bit above Potter, as far as I can see it right now. I don't see him any better than that.
He hasn't. Yeah, last year obviously he won to finish second and so on. Everybody said a better season, and you know what I mean. Those arguments for and against. But yeah, I'm with you. To be fair, mate. Like when it matters, it's effective. We're judging Ten Hag on how's he going to do in the CL and in the Prem. Same way that we judge Guardiola in the CL. Like if Guardiola wins the CL, then okay, because the only places he's won it was with Messi, Iniesta, and Xavi. Yeah. And then he comes to City and he eventually wins the CL. And
you can't even say. I was going to say you can't even say that. He with a team like Man City, it's a group of players rather than three players in a team like the Xavi, Iniesta, and Messi. Yeah. Whereas now it's a whole group of teams. So again, it feels like Guardiola's actually evolved and he's learned. He's like, you know what? I can't do this with just one player. That's too unreliable. Yeah, you can win it, but it's too unreliable. I can't just have De Bruyne there. I need Kovacic, I need De Bruyne, I need Foden in there. And you know what? And Rodri. Again, four midfielders who are just incredible.
Just quality.
Saying those names,
it just pisses me off.
Yeah, it scares me because you mentioned those names and there's no weak, again, seemingly anyway, there's no weak link in that team. So again, with Man United, unfortunately, everywhere you look, it's just weak links. And with Martial, last thing on Martial, by the way, I mean, you say that he played well. The problem I have with Martial is the fact that he's done this before. He's had good run-ins, and everyone's like, "Oh, he's brilliant." And then all of a sudden, where's Martial? I can't believe that guy still plays. Yeah. I'm sure we've asked that question before. Where is Martial? So,
no, to be fair, all I was going to link in, as you just mentioned, what's happening at City and the four players that you mentioned in that midfield, and there's other four great players in that midfield as well. Like obviously Gundogan left, so they brought in Kova. They've got other kids in there who are trying to be an integrated and start playing. Well. Calvin Phillips, who's not. No, I'm joking. I take that back. But what I'm trying to say, last night's commentary said. So looking at the bench, Man United have put Johnny Evans up to warm up, Scott McTominay, and I thought to myself, Manchester United, listen to the bench that you've got. The guys just got up to warm up and it says Johnny Evans is what the commentator has said. And you just think to yourself, then again, who do you blame that? Is it the club, the owners? Do they need realistically to invest a lot more because when Fergie left, it was an aging squad. They did need to bring in some fresh blood, but obviously with the inflated prices these days, you need to pay top dollar for top players.
Yeah. And unfortunately,
Marcus Rashford is not cutting it.
No, and paying 80 million for an Anthony or a Garnacho or whatever it is, it's just definitely not cutting it.
I think some investments have not been good after. Garnacho has been all right, but Anthony, Sanchez, what's his name again? Jadon Sancho has not been that great. The boys that they were bringing up before, like, what was his name? Verg, who came last year, and he was like
Verghorst.
Like, what? Do you know what I mean? Mason Mount's been brought in as well, like, for some X amount of money, a lot of money, and he's injured. Okay, they've got some injuries and so on, but still, you just got to think to yourself, Amrabat, he's injured. So you bought and he's injured. Like, what is going on? This is not Manchester United.
No, this is Arsenal back in Kim Kallstrom days when we bought a player with a back injury, knowing that full well.
Hope. So, yeah. Well, there you go then. Jokes there.
In terms of let's just be being fair. In the case of being fair, right? Man United do have a few players who are out, and I don't know, obviously, if that's going to make the difference, if that's going to make the sort of team gel together. But they do have, on paper at least, they do have very good players, either to come back or playing for the team, minus a few. But again, you're right. When you tell Johnny Evans to go warm up, I'm sorry, but you've lost the game. You've already handed them like, oh, do you know what, lads? There you go. You've won it. Thank you. Thanks for showing up. Right, we'll see you back in. We'll see you in, where they're playing next. Old Trafford. We'll see you at Old Trafford. See you later. So it's not the team to, even on paper, like I said, you mentioned a De Bruyne, a Foden, a Haaland, even on paper, you're like, shit. I don't want to go up against these guys. They look at Man United, Harry Maguire, Johnny Evans, and Sandro Martinez.
Do you know what I think as well, though? I looked at this lineup here yesterday. Literally, listen to this lineup yesterday very quickly on the kids that you mentioned, right? So I understand it, like you mentioned. Let's give them benefit of the doubt. Let's be serious. Let's do a proper, trying to our best to analyze this. So the back four is Dalot, Lindelof, Martinez, Reguilon, right? Okay, that's their possible best back four because Shaw's injured, Varane is injured, and the other two options is Evans and Maguire. So, okay, that's your best four. In midfield, Cass, Eriksen. And then the problem that I have here is Pellistri, Bruno Fernandes and Rashford, okay? And Højbjerg up top. Now, why do you give yourself the best possible chance of winning this match? Bring Anthony on the left where Rashford is, put Rashford on the right, leave Højlund up top and play Bruno in the middle. So why must the Pellistri play? Scare Bayern. Bayern, when they played against City against Leverkusen, they drew 2-2. There were weaknesses there. Analyse that game. Did nobody look at that game and gone, what can we do here to threaten him? Let's not play defensive, because this is what I used to hate about Mourinho for Chelsea. He used to play teams and just set up defensively, trying to win a match 1-0 and so on. And then when the other team scores 2, you're like, oh, fuck, now what do we do? Because we've got all defensive players or young kids or something. Move Pellistri. It's not a time for Pellistri to make Champions League away to Bayern. Bring on Martial on the far right, left, Rashford on the right, and just attack. Even if you do counter-attack in football, Casemiro with those 4 defenders, just hit them on the counter. Try to put pressure on them.
Upamecano's got major mistakes in him. So
he does. We saw what PSG, was
Absolutely.
it PSG, what did to him last year?
Tortured him.
Yeah. I think he was getting death threats, which is not fair, but he got to the point he was so bad that Bayern fans were just saying shit. Yeah, man. But this is what annoys you, and I'm sure Man United fans are annoyed as well. But like you say, he's not an elite manager for me. He had some good spells with Ajax. And
same as Pochettino, by the way, had a good spell with Tottenham. Didn't do anything else after that. And
100% agree.
Can you say he's a world class manager? I don't think.
No, he's not world class at all, because you can't be.
You can't be world class if you haven't won anything that's worth winning.
That's it.
If you couldn't, again with Pochettino, yes, all right, fair enough. You as a Chelsea fan may have a bit of hope, thinking, all right, this guy could.
No, of course, team together, support him and so on. Yeah, absolutely.
At the same time, you are fully aware that this guy hasn't won anything, and what's his proven record? He's taken someone to the final. Shit, I mean, it's a final. That's it. But then what?
Avram Grant took someone to the final. If you want to be realistic, Avram Grant took Chelsea to the final, got beat by Man United on pen. But no, to be fair, if we're trying to use the word world class, we've got to be very careful and think who is actually world class, who is in that category, the Peps, the Guardiolas. Okay, let's say Tuchel, Mourinho's and so on because of the history, but realistically, is Mourinho world class still, and so on and so forth. Maybe that's for a different part and a different debate.
Maybe not still, but he definitely was at one point.
He was, absolutely. Well, nobody wins the Champions League with Porto when Man United are at their peak, when Arsenal is on their peak, when you know what I mean?
Yeah. And that
and
for
Italian
one is
football
just
is kind of Italian football was just booming then. Up early 2000 or 6 or 7, it was like Juve AC in the final and so on. AC regularly. Do you know what I mean? At Old Trafford way. So it just makes me think if we're going to use world class, is he the same as Pep? Is he the same as Guardiola? Is he the same as Tuchel? Do you know what I mean? It's just so many managers that are world class, and just no. For me, Poch isn't world class. Like you say, he needs to prove himself by winning trophies, by winning the league, by winning the CL. Even if he wins a Carabao Cup this year or an FA Cup, great business done. Okay, let's get back to that winning ways and put that winning DNA back in the team, because this Chelsea team is not the Chelsea of old days where they were winners. These guys are all young,
inexperienced. The couple of players
it's got to Chelsea. I was trying to avoid talking about Chelsea, but it came into Poch. Move on.
What was the before we move on from Man United? What was the prediction that we had over the weekend for this match?
Well, we had 4-0, which we got the buy-in right of 4, but we were not seeing 3 goals coming in. No. So the predictions that we made on the last pod, everyone, if you do want to hear that and listen to these predictions, but we're going to go through them now anyway.
Go for it. Hit me with the Man United stuff.
The Man United, we went 4-0, finished 4-3.
4-0. So we both actually went 4-0 on that one.
We both went 4-0.
Wow, incredible.
Actually, no, I take that back. For anybody, the eagle-eyed and eagle listeners, I don't think I made a prediction. I think I was just asking you because I didn't feel right in my team not being in. I was I'm not going to make a prediction because my team's not in there.
Because I said Newcastle. I said 4-1, and then I went, fuck United, we'll go 4-0. I remember
that's what you said.
Yeah. Newcastle game, obviously, look, in terms of Man United, before we move on, do you have anything else that you want to add?
Nah, nothing for me. I don't want to waste any more time on them.
I was going to say, it's something that we're going to discuss, and we're going to have to be prepared
throughout
the season. So bear with us, guys. We will not ignore you, okay? Obviously, we'll go back to the Tuesday games. We had the early kickoff, AC Milan versus Newcastle, obviously at San Siro. I watched a majority of this game, actually. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know how Newcastle managed to scrape a 0-0 out of that.
Because I didn't watch it. I heard about it, but I didn't watch it. One thing I wanted to talk about was Murphy. I don't know if you saw that meme of photos of him in the Champions League.
Yeah. I saw
just what dreams are made of. Honestly, it made me smile looking at him being smile. I was so happy for the kid. I was like, do you know what, mate? You are living every kid's dream right now.
Yeah, as soon as that Champions League again, at San Siro as well, a legendary club, a legendary stadium, and a place where 6 Champions Leagues have been won.
Yeah.
So it's it's.
Do you think it might have been the occasion too much for them then? If they scraped by with a draw, could the occasion been too much for those players who lack that kind of experience in European football? Because think about it, Newcastle didn't do conference, they didn't do Europa, we just went Champions League
straight there. Yeah, I mean when you're looking at the stats here, it says expected goals for AC Milan. It was 2.05. So obviously 2 expected goals. And I'll be honest, watching that match, I'm surprised that they never put anything away. Giroud had a couple of great chances. Leao had a couple of great chances going in. So it should have been theirs for the taking. But at the same time, look, you got to hand it to Newcastle. They stuck in there, and they did what they had to do. Possession-wise, it was almost.
Just see the shots.
You see what I mean? So this is the difference between a team that has this experience in the Champions League and a team that has just jumped straight into it. 20 years ago was the last time they were part of the Champions League.
Yeah.
And most of these players were too young back then. They weren't playing football, so it's
they were probably starting Project Mbappe back then, but it was probably called Project Shearer.
That's exactly it, isn't it? And so I'm not surprised that this happened, but at the same time, got to hand it to Newcastle. They're stuck in there. Going to take it, obviously, again, not that it matters in terms of away or at home, but it should be an interesting game at St James's Park.
Yeah, absolutely. For Newcastle, the best Newcastle can do is don't lose any of the away games. If they want any hope of getting out of the group, don't lose your away games. Make sure you win every single home game.
I agree. I think, obviously, to keep AC Milan at bay, considering obviously the stats that we've just seen there, good feat, but I just don't feel like they're ready. And watching them, the occasion got too much for them. The fact that Murphy obviously smiled like that at the beginning, which is great for us as fans because we get to live it through, vicariously through them. At the same time, it's like, bro, listen, man, you were in the Champions League. You need to stop this boy shit, right?
I know.
Forget the smiling. Smiling, because he was like, oh my God, that was brilliant. Yeah, we know. Right, because our teams, we've experienced that the nights before and all that stuff. Obviously, it's different for a player. I'm not comparing standard, but bro, you need to step your game up for this elite football
level. Yeah.
So I don't know what Eddie Howe's going to do in the next match, but if they showed a bit of resilience, that's all I've got to say.
They've got a tough group, haven't they? As well, their group is like the toughest. I think
they've got PSG. Is it PSG they've got? And
PSG, AC, and Dortmund.
And Dortmund, that's it. So that's going to be an interesting match. In terms of the predictions, what we saying?
We had 2-1. We had 2-1. You again. Sorry, not we. You had 2-1 Milan. And I don't think anybody saw a draw, though. I think we all thought Milan might bounce back after that 5-1 hammering to their arch rivals.
Yeah.
Inter smashed them. And then we thought this is a performance for them to show the fans. Newcastle were there for the taking. Not playing their greatest football recently, have they? Like kind of lost to teams like, no disrespect, but lost to Brighton, got hammered by Brighton, scraped a 1-0 win against, I think it was Nottingham Forest or whoever they won against. Was it Saturday that they beat? Who did they beat on Saturday?
So they won the first game of the season.
I know, they beat Villa, and everybody thought, this is Newcastle. Newcastle are doing quality.
Because they did smash Villa, to be fair. So.
Yeah, they smashed Villa all over, but I think then they scraped a 1-0 win against Brentford.
Brentford, that's it, yeah. So in the Premier League, they've got 3 losses and 2 wins in the Premier League.
Which, effectively, you'd assume Milan will do some research and look at it and try to... But I think they probably thought, because I heard on the radio that Leao tried to do a bicycle kick when in reality he could have just headed it.
It was Giroud, actually. It was Giroud. Because that's what he does. Giroud, scorpions and bicycle
extra, kicks. But that's the thing, you can do that if you're winning 1-0 and 2-0. You shouldn't do that like when it's 0-0, because now you're going to kick yourself.
Well, he almost kicked the defender. Sorry.
Oh, did he?
He almost kicked the defender.
Somebody
so you're right.
regardless.
He shouldn't have done that. It was very close, genuinely very close. And that's what I mean. Giroud had some great chances, and that guy is just killing it out there. I love to see it. But with Newcastle, obviously, I'd want to see them do a little, get out the group and actually, progress further. But yeah, I just feel like the players need to take the sort of event and the occasion by the neck and just be like, look, you're ours now. We are going to dominate this game because we need to win. Whether it's personal gain, whether it's a club game, whatever you want to base it on, it's a very important thing to do. And again, who have they got next? Let me just have a quick look. Who they play next in the Champions League? So next,
either one's going to be a tough one.
They play PSG next at St James's Park.
Home or away? St James. Oh,
St.
what
James.
a night! What a night that's going to be.
I'm smiling now. I'm not even.
Have a look for tickets, pal. Have a look for tickets. I'll literally drive up and drive back down.
I know a couple of people who actually have Newcastle season tickets. So I'm just going to drop some messages just to see if
drop a few. Just
hopefully someone drops out.
To see if anybody bites.
Because I'm smiling and I'm not even a Newcastle fan, and I'm just looking at that. I'm thinking, shit, PSG are coming to Newcastle. Like
Mbappe, Newcastle. Have you ever heard anything?
I love it. Good for them. But yeah, it's so
Newcastle. To be fair, they've got two best scenarios, haven't they? They're still in the Champions League, but the worst thing that if they don't qualify for it, which is going to be super, super tough, is trying to get third so they can still keep some European football and have a Europa League.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Have another crack at trying to win something. Because I'll be honest with you, I can't see them from the way they're playing and the way the other teams have started. And Liverpool obviously winning with 10 men and winning again and so on and so forth, like really leaving it late to win. I can see Liverpool being a top 4 contender this year. Obviously, Arsenal and City are in their own league. The way Spurs have started, if they can keep everyone fit, I genuinely can't see Newcastle making top 4 this year.
No, I don't think so.
Especially with the squad depth that they have, playing Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. It's too many games, especially when then the FA Cup kicks in and so on. Come Christmas, it's going to be like 3 games in 10 days.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very tough schedule for Newcastle, and recruit properly, because at the end of the day, it's not a surprise that you made it in the Champions League. Like you knew it was going to happen. So.
Did you watch the Newcastle thing on Amazon Prime?
I did not yet.
Highly recommended to anyone listening. Watch the Newcastle show on Amazon Prime. It's not like an all or nothing. It's just a quick Newcastle documentary, 4 episodes, and it was really clever on how all of the owners of the other 19 Premier League teams changed the rules and saying you can only invest as much as you bring in, and so on and so forth. There's something changing of the rules. I'll go back to it, so I'll make sure I'm fully informed for the next pod.
We'll have to have a chat about that on the next pod.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely. I agree with you. But so they're just struggling to spend. They want to spend, obviously, because they've got trillions behind them.
Absolutely.
But financial fair play is what's stopping them. But no, it's really, really interesting watch. So yeah, Newcastle, obviously, they need to invest, but they're limited on how they're going to invest. So they need to earn more to spend more, basically. Which
is, again, you can't argue with that, because it's not like a team that's got a market value right now. Maybe obviously when the takeover happened, but again, it's not a market valuable team at this moment.
I think in the next couple of years, though, because I was thinking about this. This is 2 times on the 2 weekends on the bounce that I've seen Newcastle at 5 o'clock kickoff for Sky Sports. They were playing against Brighton, who was on Sky. They're playing against so and so. So something's going on there. They're getting a lot more TV, which is going to bring a lot more money. And if he brings a lot more money and a lot more TV, it's going to lead to more fans and more fans around the world. And exactly,
so somebody paying that Sky bill. So
exactly,
£98 a month.
Coming in.
That £98 a month. Yeah, someone's paying that. But look,
maybe 98 million.
No, obviously, like I said, happy with Newcastle. But moving on to City. Again, I don't really want to spend too long on City because they are who they are. But I do want to just say, we talked about Haaland, we talked about Rodri, we talked about De Bruyne, Foden. But there's one guy that I've just genuinely fell in love with as a player, and that's Julian Alvarez.
I knew you were going to say that.
Wow. He reminds me, and he gives me this sort of like fizz like Shevchenko used to give. Do you know what I mean? Like that sort of play, like a proper number 9 striker going in there. And I really enjoy watching him play. And every time he plays, he scores goals, he makes things happen, he assists. I can't ask for any more. And obviously that's why he's a big part of my FPL as well, because he is a really, really good player. And it showed. Alvarez double over Red Star, which obviously they went 1-0 ahead, which was like, what? Red Star went ahead.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
It didn't last it lasted 3 minutes? 2 minutes it lasted after the restart. So yeah. City, I don't know if they're going to do a back-to-back Champions League. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. So yeah, I don't know.
They've invested well. I think they'll invest more as well coming the summer. Like if you just look at it, how much they've brought in terms of money is just insane, the amount they've spent. Yeah. But as a fan, obviously, whoever's a City fan is going to think, you know what, quality. My team has never won the treble. It'd be something to brag about, you know what I mean?
Even if
and this Alvarez kid is
years,
just unbelievable. Yeah. He's one for the future. He is quality. I agree with you, everything you said about the Shevchenko, reminding you of Andrei Shevchenko, who was like quality player, wasn't he? Really, let's be realistic.
You are excellent player. My favorite striker of all time. Like I've said that, and I will stand by that because he is that good. Henry on the left, Shevchenko in the middle. I haven't decided on the right yet.
We'll do that some other time.
It's definitely Messi. I'm just kidding. It's definitely Messi. That's not even debatable.
No, to be fair, with City though, it's just like they came out of the blue, wasn't it? Like I think the 45th minute that they scored, and then second half it was all City. Even first half it was all City. So. Now, for me, City look quality.
I'm just looking at the stats, and let me just...
Go on, hit us with some stats.
Expected goals was 4.64 to 0.57, right? Ball possession, the whole game, by the way, 70%.
Wow.
Goal attempts, 37 to 3. Shots on goal, 16 to 2. Shots off goal, 11 to 1. And 10 to 0 block shots, free kicks, 10. Corner kicks, 12 to 0. I mean, I don't even want to read that anymore. It makes me feel sick.
This is, in a way, when you think of that, for me personally, it's just boring to watch them. Now, I know, it reminds me of, because there's never a challenge. What I like about City is always like when you City, Liverpool, those games, if you remember when Liverpool, but that year they won the Champions League, really. City, Spurs, because Spurs always seem to have their number, especially Poch. City, Chelsea, City, United. These are the games that were attacking at City as well. Not United under Mourinho, because they just defended it. It just became a boring game to watch. But even for Barcelona, early Barcelona for me used to be boring watching, like just pass, move, pass, move, pass, to the point where they just not only did they tire the viewer, but they tired the defender out, and then they found a way. And as a audience, I was like, oh, fuck this, I ain't watching no more of this shit. That's why I didn't even click on the City game at all yesterday, not even to watch. Even watching the highlights now, all I keep seeing is City, and I think, you know what?
Do I need to watch the highlights? I don't think I do. I don't think I do. No, I know what's going to happen. But I agree. And obviously, if that was your team doing that, everyone would love it because it's almost like a guaranteed win.
Yeah, that's it. But it's a different... Yeah, absolutely.
Like going to F1, which we'll briefly touch on before we leave, Max Verstappen winning everything. Yeah, all right, good, nice one, well done, great. But you don't make it interesting. I need it entertaining. I don't want to watch who's going to be second or fifth. Because not that it's not interesting. It's just the fact that, we're watching for the number one guy. You know what I mean? And if Max is taking it every single... so same as City, same as Barcelona back in the day, Real Madrid in the Champions League, obviously during the Zidane years. It was just one of those things where you kind of had to make your peace with it. And it's like, all right, the inevitable, Thanos, all that stuff.
Very quickly, I want to ask you, during the Zidane years or during the Ronaldo years?
That's a good point. I mean, Ronaldo, obviously, what did he win? He won 5 with them on the bounce. It was 5 altogether. I'm just saying because Zidane won. What did he win? Three in a row, didn't he?
Zidane took 3 or 4.
That's what I mean. 3 in a row. So again, it's that's what I mean. It's that inevitability where it's like that's the domination that they had in the Champions League. Obviously, when Ronnie was there, they were one of the best teams in the world, and if not the best team in the world at a few points in history. So, but yeah, with City, what was the prediction that we had, by the way? Like, did we say 6-0?
I think we had something ridiculous, 6-1. We predicted a 6-1, which is not too bad. We gave them credit to score one goal,
and they did
a consolation goal, and they did. So yeah.
But yeah, I mean, everything else. I watched a bit of the PSG Dortmund game. Dortmund, they came out a little bit strong, and then PSG the quality just sort of took over.
Yeah.
So you can't really do much. I mean, PSG. It's not like we're sitting here going that they're going to win the Champions League, but they are one of the teams that you'd put in contention to win it. So
they've got a good manager, though, haven't they? Luis Enrique knows what he's doing. He can play that possessional football. So yeah, contenders to be there, man.
And the last team I want to mention before we quickly jump into Arsenal is Barcelona. Obviously 5-0. João Felix, 2 goals, 1 assist. Wow!
Why couldn't he do that? Actually,
right, I know, right? What's going on? But obviously, when you've got that many,
maybe the goals are bigger in Spain.
Or the defender just sort of step off him like, oh no, I'm going the other way. But he did it, and he's a good player. So even that, what's that young guy called as well? Is it Lasine Yamal or something like that? The 16-year-old?
The 16-year-old. Yeah.
Very good player as well. But then again, we said that about Ansu Fati, and then he got injured, and then it never happened. So,
and now he's at Brighton.
And he's at Brighton now. So there it is. But let's see what happens. But yeah, moving on to Arsenal. Obviously,
come on, lad. Take a stretch.
Let me stretch my neck a little bit.
You know what? You should also take a sip because you're going to be doing a lot of talking now.
Right. Okay. The main talking point for me, and for most of the Arsenal fans, really has been the sort of exclusion of Ramsdale from the starting lineup for 2 games in a row. And now, personally, as I said in the group, because obviously our friends asked, how do I feel about it being an Arsenal fan? I genuinely feel we've reached a stage now where even like someone like a De Zerbi, for example, he'll change his whole squad depending on the team that he plays, even to the point where the keeper comes in. I think they had Jason Steele in goal at one point, and the other guy who replaced Sanchez. And so again, he's not afraid to make them changes, and it's working for Brighton. I'm not saying it's down to the keeper, obviously, because they've got really good outfield players, but stuff like this, I mean, maybe we have come to the stage of where the keeper has to be part of the substitution talk, where it's like, all right, cool, fair enough. I see what you're doing there. We're doing well, but we need the keeper who's got the better long distribution, or who's got the better throwing, or who's got the better shot pass. So again, I feel like Arteta's treating this as the outfield players. Every match is sort of like, oh, okay, well, we're playing against a low block team, or we're playing high pressing, so we need the best footwork keeper, or we're playing against low block, we need the best long distribution keeper. Like, you can find the channels. So I don't dislike it. Would I be scared for Ramsdale? A little bit, just a little bit, because it's like, okay, you were main keeper for 2 years, and then Raya comes in, and all of a sudden you've missed 2 games, and one important game, which again, Ramsdale should have really started, just for the fact that he stuck with the team for 2 years. He was one of the best keepers in England. I think it was like 2nd or 3rd in the clean sheets overall. Obviously, end of last season.
I think he was 2nd last year. Yeah, 2nd on clean sheets.
So I'm saying after De Gea, wasn't it? De Gea was 1st. De Gea won that title. So again, I don't find it as a massive problem because both keepers are really good. The only thing I would say is, if it's something that's been discussed with Ramsdale beforehand, then that makes it just a little bit easier. Like, oh, Aaron Ramsdale, my guy, sit down, let's just have a chat. Right, okay, we're gonna make you main keeper for the next 2 years, but we are obviously exploring another option as well, who could be a number 1. So, do you accept? Obviously, would have said yes, and he made a name for himself in the team, in Arsenal team. He's a keeper that's worth over 40 million, 50 million now, because he is that good. And so, but yeah, when you sort of look at them both, they've got their own styles, and if it means you change them every single game because of the opponent that you're playing, then by all means, they see something in training that we will never see. So yeah, but that's probably the main talking
sad,
point,
though, isn't it? Like, in a way, I think no matter what, because against PSV, what was he expecting? Like, especially at home, first game back. For me, I would have played Rambo. I'm not going to lie to you.
Same. I was surprised.
He got you there. He literally got you there. You said it as well, but obviously, I just want to reiterate it. But yeah, for me, Rambo should have played. Rambo should have started. Rambo should have experienced that energy from the crowd, that that Murphy moment.
At home, isn't it?
Bearing in mind, he came all the way from, was it Sheffield Wednesday, Sheffield United?
That's right. Yeah, Sheffield United, yeah.
And you just think to yourself, like, come on, like, give the kid a go. Like, he deserves it. Like, I know Raya deserves it too because he's a quality keeper. But then again, like, it goes to show there is no empathy in football. There's no sympathy, empathy. It's just like
no loyalty, really. Is there? It looks like there's no loyalty.
Yeah. Exactly. And this is the thing that as fans we need to get this into our heads as well. Because sometimes when a player leaves a club, you're like, oh, fucking break. Well, I did it for money. But look at this. There was zero loyalty towards a player. Why do we expect players to show loyalty towards the club?
And yeah, we've discussed this before, and I'm in total agreement with you when it comes to that, because it's a two-way street. The players giving everything out there on the pitch, literally giving sweat, blood, and tears out there on the pitch, and you're not showing them a little bit of loyalty, a little bit of like, oh, okay, Ramsdale, you actually deserve this Champions League start.
Absolutely.
At least one game.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I understand why he never put him on, but for him not to even experience it just once, I don't know, at home as well, and in that moment where he's been looking forward to for the past 2 years being with Arsenal. It's a shame. It really is a shame, but I just really hope that it's not going to be anything more than that. I don't think, I hope next game, it's North London derby, so would I pick Ramsdale? I probably wouldn't, because I don't know what his confidence is going to be like.
Well, that's it, exactly. You can't risk it now. That's it. Once he misses 1 or 2 games, where do you go from there?
You don't pick him for the North London derby. What other game are you going to pick him for? For a Carabao Cup, for a FA Cup? What's that going to tell him, the player?
He'll leave.
Oh,
he'll leave. If that's the case, he'll
leave.
He can't go second. He can't be the second in the league the year before to come to being second now. You didn't lose the league because of Ramsdale.
No. Absolutely not.
Like, you didn't lose the league title because of Ramsdale, exactly. So unless that, I can't think of anything else why Raya would come in. I understand he wants to have 2 quality players in each position, but you end up messing up with the team, especially for a goalkeeping role, because you can have 2 quality left backs, 2 quality strikers, like they'll push each other. And same for a goalkeeper, I guess. But then where do you find the balance? Because for a striker, you can bring him on for half an hour to go, 45 minutes, second half. You know what I mean? You can always give him enough games. You can give enough minutes to keep the player happy, to be like, Jesus and Nketiah. Nketiah was fairly happy last year because he got 20 minutes here and 15 minutes there, and he knew he was second. But for a goalkeeper, you play one game, you're not going to play. If you don't start this game, very high chance you are not playing unless there's an injury.
Yeah.
And then you start to lose momentum and self-doubt kicks in and so on and so forth. And before you know it, you're like, you know what, I want to go somewhere. And he'll probably go on loan. I've got a feeling come January, if he's not playing, he'll ask for a loan move, because he'll want to try and boost his chances of making it into the Euros. And knowing Gareth, he only picks players he has picked before, whether they played or not. And young players who are playing or not playing, he doesn't pick.
No, and that's a fair point. And because, like you said, Arteta must have balls of steel to do this, and then the North London derby puts on Ramsdale. That's some major balls of steel, because the first thing I'd be afraid of is I'll put Ramsdale on, but what if we lose this game and the keeper makes one mistake, even half a mistake? It's going to look totally wrong, and that's the risk that he's running now. And that's what I mean with the balls of steel, that he must have nerves of steel. Forget the balls of steel, nerves of steel, because now he's like, shit, do I put him on, do I not put him on? His decision making must be on point, with him and the coaches, because again, head drops. We saw a couple of shots of Ramsdale throughout the match last night. Again, it's not like he wasn't happy, it's not like he was frowning or anything like that, but you could tell that he's thinking, damn, that should be me out there. And I cannot blame him, because he has been, I don't want to use this word because it sounds wrong, but he's been a great servant for us. He has. Yeah,
it's a short period of time, but he really has.
He really has. And for me, he's become like a cult hero for Arsenal as well, because of just the way that he is, his attitude. Again, not taking anything away from Raya, because he is a great keeper, and I have no doubt that he's going to be incredible for us. But, when you're displacing a Ramsdale, for example, Ramsdale displaced Leno. Just similar sort of situation. Oh, yeah, everyone's going to compete. Oh, shit, Leno's on the bench now. He's not coming back on.
Yeah, now
Leonard sold, didn't it? He sold for 8 million or 6 million, whatever it was, to Fulham. So okay, look, I don't want to keep it too long, because we won. I just wanted to say the
no, but that was the main talking point.
Yeah,
really,
it was.
Wasn't it? Ramsdale being dropped was a really big talking point. So I think it's nice that we touched on it and got your opinion on it.
Because everything else, when you look at the lineup is exactly. There's no difference in the lineup from what I was expecting. Jesus started. Obviously, Martinelli was dropped. I think he had a bit of a niggle. Yeah. Bit of a niggle.
Against Everton, didn't he? Came off for Trossard against Everton.
Trossard, just what a player, by the way. Like I'm praising Julian Alvarez, but Trossard, wow. Every time he comes on, every time there's something wrong with Martinelli, he comes on and he does something, either an assist or a goal. It's Trossard and he does it for you. And do you know what? I'm so glad that we never went for Mudryk.
I know, right? It seems like a blessing in disguise that you ended up getting a much better player with Premier League experience.
With experience, yeah. It goes to show.
20 million, I think you got 25 million for him.
Yeah. It was like 22 or 23 million or something like that.
Peanuts in this phrase now. Look, you got your 3 points away at Everton, scored again yesterday. He's getting plenty of goals, plenty of assists. Now, Trossard is a quality player.
Because I know we discussed Trossard on the last podcast. And he's dropped him, and why isn't Arteta playing him? And look, I feel like for the way that the players are acting, it feels like that they're having this conversation with Arteta, in the dressing room beforehand or during the training sessions. It's like, look, guys, everyone's valuable to me. We're going to move everyone around, and this is the way that it works. And if that's the case, and the players are happy with it, then brilliant. It's it's fantastic to say. But yeah, like going back to the lineup, just Rice, another great player, absolutely incredible.
Yeah,
so smooth on the ball, tackling wise. He just doesn't seem like he's got a mistake in him, and I love it. I love to see it.
So is good old Riceinho worth 105 million in your opinion?
So far, he's worth every single grain of it. Do you know what I mean? Get me?
I got you.
Love it.
I got you. I hope the listeners got you.
No, they got me. So we've got white rice, and we're just missing brown rice now. But and obviously, and the other player that I wanted to shout out to as well was Havertz, because I know it seems like he didn't do anything, but honestly, I watched the match and his movements were incredible because he was confusing players. Now, I don't know if he did that on purpose or he was just confusing himself as well. I don't know. But
let's give him credit. I think he knows how to do that. I think he's very good at finding those little pockets and those little bits of space where if I get picked up, frees up the space for somebody behind me or somewhere else.
That's exactly what happened.
And that's it, yeah. So and I think maybe that's one of the reasons Arteta brought him in as well.
Jack
a little bit of different, jack of all trades.
More mobile than
Jack. Put your teeth in.
Yeah, trying to the dentures. But so that obviously that Jack role, he's picked that up perfectly, and obviously that midfield party's out, doesn't even matter. Like he hasn't been missed because of the level of midfield that the way that they're working together. But yeah, I was honestly just happy, very very happy to see the scoreline. I know obviously I think I predicted that we would win anyway, but I didn't think this would be the score.
Not to that level. I think you went 2-0. Well, no, I think I've got it here. You went 2-0.
2-0, yeah. So
after a 1-0, quick 2-0. But yeah, I think, what was it, 4-0 to finish off with? Because I'll be honest, I left. Yeah, I think last time I heard it was like 3-0 Arsenal. And
I think I tuned out after after the third goal went in, but obviously still watching it in the background. So, and yeah, I mean, we've got 3 players to come back from injury at some point. Like we've got Timber, Partey, and Martinelli to come back as well. So these are great additions to the bench, great additions to the team, and even the players that came on, like a Nelson and a Smith Rowe and a Vieira, they did something. Tomiyasu, I don't need to mention anything about Tomiyasu because, again, another incredible purchase. Yeah. But the rest of them that came on, did really well. Jorginho, again, only made a small cameo, so you can't really say much about him, but he did his thing. Pass the ball around, moving the ball around.
These players that you've mentioned, bro, as well. I think, sorry to interrupt you, just very quickly, we've got to credit Arteta and Edu. Identifying these players and the qualities that you need, the right character to have within the dressing room. Because there's one thing picking a player to fit the jigsaw puzzle in the starting 11, but what kind of character are they within the dressing room, where they're around the training ground, etc. How are they going to fit in with the rest of the lads? The banter, the humour, the work ethic, the communication, etc. Are they going to buy into the whole system? And so far, he's picked players who have. Tomiyasu came from the Italian league. Fitted straight in. Declan Rice, obviously, Premier League experience, Premier League experience, huge price tag, fitted straight in because of his banter, laughed it off, etc. And Havertz as well. Havertz is fitting in. Okay, he's not scoring goals, but then again, I don't think you've brought him to score goals.
No, I don't think so.
You've got 4 goal scorers already in your team in terms of Odegaard, Saka, Jesus, or Nketiah, whichever one he's playing up top, and then Martinelli and Trossard. So out of those ones, he's more there to make runs, confuse players, as you mentioned. And now when you think about it, I think that's pretty much what he's been brought in for. If two players get injured up front, Nketiah and Jesus, he can play up top. He played it for Chelsea, he did it in the Champions League, he did it in the league, he scored plenty of goals. Okay, we wanted more, but he scored enough goals.
Yeah.
And I think he can do that as well for you guys. So honestly, I'll give credit to Arteta, a lot of credit to Arteta. Ben White, when everybody thought this 50 million bag of shit, what's going on? Yeah, of course, but you will. Even for me now, we're trashing Mudryk and we're trashing Enzo or Caicedo, but if they turn amazing and so on, I'll put my hand up as well, be like, listen, I was completely wrong, bro. You are a baller. But for the time being, I'm going to judge you with what I see.
What you see.
And you did the same thing. What you saw wasn't great. But he saw that, moved him to right back, one of the best in the country.
Yeah.
And credit to Arteta.
It really is credit to him because, like you said, all the reasons above, and I can't really add any more to that because it's been discussed the way that he does things. Obviously, he's got his own flaws where he overthinks things. He'll change, like put Partey right back, and I'm thinking, why is this? Why are you doing this? But anyway, he did it. He experimented with it. He didn't like it, and he moved it back up. So, yeah, I don't think the decisions that they've made. Sorry, the decisions that they've made have panned out. That's what I'm trying to say.
Absolutely. No.
So they panned out, and again, players like Saka getting a goal, getting an assist. Odegaard, like you said, just such a beautiful player to watch. He really is. The way that
beautiful in his play or his appearance, because
he's such a beautiful player. All of it,
just all round appearance, skill,
the blonde Norwegian look.
The blonde,
it's great.
Teeth,
the teeth are incredible.
The skin,
it's the jawline for me. He's
a very good looking boy.
I wouldn't mind his hair, but it's his jawline that I do admire a little bit. So anyway, but I don't want to add any more to Arsenal because let's just carry on. It's going to be a long season in Champions League in every competition. We're going to be here to discuss it all. But before we do leave, obviously,
actually before you go, so all I wanted to say on the Champions League one in terms of the group for you guys is you've got Seville, and I think they're the only ones who may give you a game, especially Seville away, where the atmosphere, the hostile, I use this word carefully, but the crowd is much louder. The quality is there for Seville. They're used to winning the Europa League year after year, barring one, I think, when Chelsea won it, and the only time was back to Seville every other time after. I think that would be a test as well. I think that would be a proper test against you guys because they like to play some attacking football. Maybe they've changed this season and I haven't watched them. Maybe I'm chatting a lot of BS for this, but previously they were playing attacking football. They were putting numbers in the box because that's something where I think you guys are going to get tested. If they put a lot of players in the box, then what do you do? Because your Saka's not really tracking back. Your Odegaard is putting the pressure up top, but he's not really tracking back. Is it Declan Rice on your back four enough? And that, again, wait to see and see what answers Arteta comes up with.
I agree. I mean, obviously with Sevilla, we've had a few run-ins, so... you know what? I'm looking at the group, and there's one thing that sort of still hasn't hit the heights of watching a Champions League match for me. It's because when you look at our group, PSV and Sevilla, these are teams that we faced in the Europa League in the last 2 seasons. PSV were the team that beat
League this year.
All 3 of us in Champions League, and was it Lens? Is it Lens?
Lens? I don't know.
Whatever it is, tell us how it's pronounced.
Lens, Lens.
No, but I think it's French in it, so I think it's Lens.
Oh, you're going for the French? Oh, my bad. I didn't know you were catering to our French audience. Yes, my friend.
Nantes,
I love that.
like Nantes is Nantes, isn't it? Like
Nantes, yeah. To be fair, can we just say what it is? Can we just read it phonetically? Lens.
Yes, it's Lens. It's Lens. We've got obviously these are teams that kind of Europa League caliber, but let's just see what happens. Again, I'm not complaining if we smash the group and we win every single game. I'm not complaining.
Who's complaining? Exactly. To be fair, I didn't even realize that, but looking at this group, this is literally a Europa League.
It's a Europa League group. That's what it is. Then that's why, as much as I was excited about watching the Champions League, but then I look at the team at PSV, I'm like,
why is this on a Wednesday?
I can just hear the Europa League, I hate that shit. I do not want to hear that again. I've muted that on my mind. All right, stop it right now. Delete that.
Liverpool fans, something to look forward to.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's where I heard it recently. That's why I reminded myself because I was watching the Liverpool match, which quickly touch on with, these guys with Liverpool real quick, by the way, because I'm here now. Just why do they decide to just concede goals early and then make it difficult for themselves?
I know.
Why? Anyway, Arsenal's group, if we win that group, I'd be more than happy. And then obviously we'll wait and see what the, who else we've got in the next round. I don't even know what that, I couldn't even tell you what the next round predictions would be, to be fair. So, But yeah, I've got nothing else to add on the Champions League, my guy. If you've got anything else to add on the Champions League,
no,
I think
absolutely nothing. I just commented on other teams, bro.
Yeah, I did
given my professional opinion and breaking it down.
I've done it for 6 years, so come on now.
No, that's it. It's fine. I can do it for a year.
So, well, yeah, that's it. Obviously, we'll get into the weekend predictions, but before we do that, we've got F1 coming up in Japan from tomorrow till the Sunday. Do we have a quick prediction on 1, 2, 3?
I think Sainz will win. I've got a feeling I'm really reading a lot into this conspiracy about Red Bull, of the whole thing of how they're doing it and how they seem to drop off. I think there was an investigation pending. They go whiff of it, so all of a sudden now they've turned terrible.
Didn't Larry say this? Didn't Larry say this from like a while ago?
From beginning of time.
I'm pretty sure I've said something along those lines.
You said no. We agreed. We both not we. You said it because you watch F1 more than I. But yeah, I kind of agreed with you.
There's something going on.
There's something fishy going on because how can you have a car 2 seconds faster than everybody else, or a second faster, even a second? Like it's incredible. Like how has it gone so quick? And all of a sudden now it's like it's middle. Like it's a Chelsea.
It really is.
It's literally a Chelsea. Like you were winning the whole everything, and then all of a sudden now I genuinely think there's an investigation pending, but we'll wait and see what happens because it's not just Red Bull, is it? It's AlphaTauri as well.
Yeah, it's the whole Red Bull family.
It's a whole company.
Red Bull family. So I'll be happy with that, and I'll be there waiting for that to happen. I'll be there. Like genuinely, I'll be the first guy in the picket line. Be like, yep, I knew this was going to happen because come on now, and adding to that, when you actually think about the Singapore Grand Prix that just happened, okay, fair enough. It's not the track is not max specific because the car. Okay, but hang on a minute, just 2 seconds. We had the Saudi Arabia street race. Who won that? Red Bull won that. Checo won it. Monaco, I think Checo won that as well, or was it Max this time? Checo, I think it was. They won street races.
Just
Baku,
Red
Bull won street races. Oh, by the way, Baku has got 90-degree corners, which, funnily enough, Singapore have as well. How did you not struggle in Baku, but you struggle in Singapore? Humidity. What is going on? So humidity, but why is the Ferraris all of a sudden a lot faster? Shouldn't it affect their engine as well, humidity? So there's just little things, Singapore, why didn't Checo do it then? Why didn't Checo get up there just to prove the Red Bulls are still good enough in any track? It couldn't because of whatever reason, and we'll have to wait in Japan. I think Red Bull will win in Japan as well. I think Sainz is going to put up a very good fight. I can't see Leclerc doing anything, but for me, it's going to be Max, Sainz, and I'm going to put Hamilton in there because the Mercs
really
picked up. I'm going to
go the other way. I don't think Red Bull are going to be showing any signs of it. I think again they're going to. I'm not feeding into the conspiracy, but I kind of am.
Music to my ears. Love it.
I genuinely think Sainz again up for the top because he got a taste for winning. Hopefully unless the team fuck him up, but otherwise I see Sainz and similar Sainz, Lando, and maybe the other kid. What's his name? Russell.
Yeah, Russell. I think
I'll be the same again. Russell up there. I hope Hamilton. I'd like to see Hamilton on there, but since he's become a meme for this week of going for a gap and the whole Ayrton Senna. If you no longer go for a gap and they see Singapore and they kind of put the square actually where he crashed was a gap, and so on. You've seen those memes.
Did you see the one with Google Maps where literally it says this is Russell's favorite wall, and it's like the proper map of where the track usually goes.
Oh, really?
It's that turn off, and it says Russell's favorite wall. It's honestly, it was incredible. It was so funny because
see what I mean. He's just become a meme. He's become a meme,
sad.
And he needs to prove himself now. Because all he ever said when he was at Williams is like, "If I was in a proper car, you're in a proper car now, bro. Like, let's do something."
Pressure got to him because I don't think he knew how to pass Lando. To be fair, he was on the radio like, "Oh, they're slowing him down. This is what Sainz is doing," and blah blah blah. It's like, mate, you need to step up your game,
run your own race and get on it.
Exactly. If you're a team player, then give your teammate a tow, for example. Give Hamilton a tow behind, send him through. But no, you decide to crash into a wall. So yeah, fair enough. Music to my ears. Red Bull not winning. I love it. I'll be there to watch it all.
I really hope they don't. What time is that on? That'll be early on morning. That'll be like around 6-7 a.m.
I'm going to check right now. I think it's in. Let's have a look because it's. Here we go. Sorry, guys. Just going to check it out a little. You know what I'm talking about. I'm going to put this voice on as well. No, no more of that voice. But I think.
While you're quickly checking.
Go for it.
I've just heard a bzzz at the door.
You do what you need to do.
They've clearly got the wrong house. So 2 minutes.
Yeah. I was going to say, be careful, bro.
Advert.
Be careful. And whilst Ricky goes away to answer the door and to find out what kind of mystery lies behind it, we wait looking at the plants. Got 3 leaves on the wall, and yes, it's incredible. Oh wow! And we are back. Rick is back. He's safe. Nothing happened to him, luckily and thankfully.
They clearly got the wrong house.
Clearly.
I looked, they had gone. And obviously, no point me opening the door and be like, "You all right, mate? Can I help?"
Yeah, you can't definitely open the door. No, definitely don't do that. Going back to your question, by the way, the first practice is at 3:30 this morning, tomorrow morning, and then at 7 o'clock in the morning. And the race itself on Sunday at 6 a.m. So I'll be up watching that. Maybe not the FP ones because... Come on, I've got to sleep. And I've got work. So, but there you go. Right, okay. Should we do some predictions before the weekend? Before we go?
Let's do it. Let's go. I've written them all down. I'm going to read them out. You give me your predictions.
Let's do it.
Ready? We'll do one each. So you do one, I'll do one. So that way maybe influences each other's decision.
All right. Let me get the fixtures.
Well, there's a lot of games at 3 o'clock, but yeah. Let's go Palace Fulham. What are you thinking?
Palace Fulham. Oh, I'm going to go with a Fulham win on that. I'm afraid.
Come on, give me a score.
I'm going to go with a 2-1 Fulham on that one. Close game. 2-1 Fulham, but close game.
I saw it differently. I went 3-1, 2-1 Fulham or 2-1 Palace.
2-1 Fulham.
2-1 Fulham.
1-2. Yeah.
Apologies. I went the other way. I've gone 3-1 Palace.
Hey, that's not bad. I mean, I'm again not really a surprising result if it happens. So, but I think Fulham are doing quite well right now. So.
Right, Luton versus Wolves.
Luton Wolves, you go first on that.
Me first, I went 1-0 Wolves.
1-0 Wolves.
Can't see Luton winning again.
Do you know what it is? I can see a 1-1. I can see a draw on that one, yeah. They're probably
the first point they get.
Yeah, that'll be the best result that they'll have in the Premier League, and then unfortunately they're going to go back down. So, yeah.
City Forest.
City Forest, that's...
Bear in mind, I think last year was like 6-1, 6-2.
Yeah, I think... it's going to be another annihilation. I'm going to go just play it safe 4-0. Just a 4-0 on that one.
I went 6-2 City.
Wow.
I think
Forest to get 2 goals.
I'm going to give them 2 goals. I think they'll score 2. The boy up top, because they've got Callum Hudson-Odoi who scored the weekend. So, maybe on the counter they'll score a couple of goals, but once City start ticking, I can see 6 goals. And what I love about City as well is not like they've got 3 goals, so they're like, let's play a bit of tiki-taka, just save our energy for next week or midweek. Now let's just see how many we can score.
Overkill is the word we're looking for.
Next one, Brentford-Everton.
Everton against... Sorry, you've gone.
1-1. I went 1-1.
What? Really?
Yeah, I've got a feeling they're just going to sit back and try to get another point.
Oh, no, I'm going to go with an Everton loss. Everton loss on that one. That's going to be a 2-0 of that one, I'm afraid. 2-0, I don't see anything happening from Everton. No, I really don't.
Burnley United.
I'm going to go with... I'll be honest. I'm going to go with... Probably this is going to be United's win, so I'm going to go with maybe like a 3-1 on that one. 3-1 United.
3-1 United. 1-3. I went 2-1 Burnley.
Very good. Hey, I want to see that happen. I really do.
I really hope mine comes true. Yours doesn't.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. Forget mine.
Now, the Sunday ones are a bit tougher for me to predict. I haven't predicted any of the Sunday ones already.
Leave the top one. Leave the first 2 o'clock.
Let's leave let's start from bottom to top. Let's do bottom to top. Let's do it. Sheffield Newcastle.
So that's at 4:30. Sheffield Newcastle. I'm gonna go with. Do you know what? I'm gonna go with Newcastle win. Like a 2-1 Newcastle. 2-1 Newcastle.
I think it's going to be a bit more than that. I'm going to go for 3-1. I'm going to go 3-1 Newcastle.
Okay, I can see that happening as well.
I can see Isaac, Callum Wilson, Almiron, etc. Liverpool Hammers.
I'm going to go with 3-2 Liverpool. I say that because Liverpool are going to concede first. Yeah. They're going to come back. They'll probably get another cheeky goal against them, and then they'll win the game. So,
it's at Anfield, so I can see them winning as well. I think I can see them winning. I can see them scoring 3 as well. So, but this time I don't think they're going to concede. Van Dijk should be back and so on because from his suspension. So I think 3-1 Liverpool.
Okay. I'll go with that. Go Brighton, Bournemouth.
Chelsea. Go Brighton, Bournemouth.
That's a Brighton win.
South Coast derby.
That's a Brighton win.
At Brighton.
Yeah. You know what? I'd even say like a 4-0 Brighton or something, to be honest with you. But I'm not going to say it. I'm going to say 4-2 Brighton.
4-2. All right. Okay.
Always keep you guessing, bro. Always keep you on your toes.
Well, I put the 0 down. You just Good job I don't suffer from OCD or autism or anything. I'm like, fucking hell.
We need Tipex, that's what we need.
Tipex. We got any of that Tipex? Made a mistake. I'm going to go 2-2, bro.
2-2. Wow, okay. All right. That's a bold one. I think
it's going to be 2-2.
Is this your wild card for the weekend?
This is my wild card for the weekend. Yeah, I can see Brighton draw 2-2. And then let's do my team before your team. Chelsea Villa.
Chelsea
Villa. You go first.
This is going to be my wild card for the weekend, and I think it's going to be a Villa win. And I'm thinking maybe like a 1-0 Villa. It's an Unai Emery team, so they're going to concede. Probably safe to say do you know what? Go 1-1 on that one. I'm going to go 1-1 on that one.
So Villa win is 1-1, yeah?
Yeah, my bad, yeah. So
this is a Michael Owen prediction, I'm telling you right now.
Yeah. I'm going to go with them both scoring goals, and it's going to be 0-0. That's what's going to happen. So
I think we're going to score goals in this one.
Oh, wow.
I think Villa are going to actually attack us and going to leave space, and that's when we are at our strongest, is when we're playing against teams that leave space behind for our fast players to exploit and run into. And I think Unai Emery is trying to do this high-pressing team. If we can initially beat that first press, which I can see us doing, I've got a funny feeling we'll score goals. So for this one, I'm going to go 3-1 Chelsea.
If you don't start with Mudryk, I'll be honest with you, I think you've got a very good chance of winning. But if you start with Mudryk, that guy's going to get lost.
But then who else is going to play? That's the only thing I've got. There's nobody else. So if he starts with Mudryk, I just want to see. I hope he has listened to the podcast last episode and he knows the key points. He should do.
Yeah,
it's on he's subscribed as well. So he should have got the notification.
I've seen it.
So. Yeah, if he does, to be fair, I think he'll do all right, but he just needs to be stronger. If he does start, Matty Cash is going to be all over him.
Yeah, that's what
Matty Cash would have seen what Max Aarons did. He needs to be much stronger. And like I said, add a bit more to his game. Don't just be so predictable. So for me, for that one, that's why I think Enzo will play decent. I think Connor will maybe start as well, probably captain the team. Put Chilwell back in, will you?
Please.
Stick Chilwell back in.
I mean, I say please, but for your sake,
Colwell played really well as well, but maybe give Thiago, give somebody a rest. You know what I mean? And start with Colwell and Chilwell.
Where's Cucurella, by the way?
Cucurella injured, I think.
Oh, wow.
I think injured, yeah. I think
another one for the list.
Because he was going to go to Man United and then things fell through, and I think they fell through because he was injured.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Makes sense. And
obviously the biggest game of the weekend.
Yes. Arsenal-Tottenham, North London derby at the Emirates.
Should I go first and then give you a chance?
Please go first.
And this is not because you said anything about my team.
It is. For everyone listening,
it really isn't. It really isn't. But I've got a funny feeling that it's going to be a draw. I think Spurs are going to kind of shut up shop, trying to do it, hit you on the counter with Son. The key thing for this game is if you can shut down, is it Basuma, the midfielder?
Yeah,
or is he injured? Did you say he's injured?
Yeah, I think he's injured.
If he's injured, then I've got Arsenal. I've got Arsenal on 3-1 here.
Actually, no. Won't be playing.
If he's injured, if he's not playing, 3-1. If he is playing, got a draw.
Yeah, I think he is playing from what I can see. I don't think he's injured anymore. I think he's
checking quickie FPL to see if he pops up with a exclamation point to be like whether he's playing or not.
And Flash scores, by the way, you can sponsor us at any point. We don't mind. But so I think for that game, you're going for a draw. I can see that.
If he's playing, that's the only if he's playing, because he seems to beat the press in the midfield and he's very good at it. I don't know how he does it. He's quick, drop the shoulder. He seems to have a bit of trickery. If he can get past Declan Rice and running at your defenders, then Son, Richarlison, Kulusevski, they're all running. They're all moving forward. So yeah, I can see that becoming a draw. If he's not playing, then I've got 3-1 Arsenal.
That's wow. Again,
so I've got 2-2 or 3-1. So the thing is, I want to put a bracket on mine, and obviously we'll know why. So I'm going to go 2-2 or 3-1 Ars.
I mean, looking at that, and obviously, I'll be honest with you, I watched Tottenham play a couple of times. It's not like they are fantastic, because the Sheffield United game kind of proved it, to be fair, where obviously it took them to the very last minute to score the goals. So it's going to be a tough one. He's put them together very nicely, but I still think we may be a little bit too strong for them, to be honest with you. So I'm going to go with an Arsenal win. Maybe I'm going to go with a 2-0 Arsenal. I say that, but at the same time, here's my caveat.
Give me a final. I'm not writing anymore because it scribbles everywhere now.
2-0. 2-0 Arsenal.
Go on, let us know what made you go with that.
I say that, and at the same time, thinking that Richarlison, I've talked that much shit about him that he's actually going to score against us. So, but then again, last week we actually, we didn't talk shit about him. We actually talked quite nicely about him. So, there you go.
He scored.
But that was after.
Yeah. No, but he scored. Is he on the mend? Is he mentally getting mended and getting stronger?
Possibly.
Fighting those demons. So
So it's look, it's not gonna be an easy game by any means. 2-0, I think, and 2-0. I think we're gonna probably be clinching as well. To be fair, like a little bit edge of the seat sort of stuff. Like maybe score another goal.
Well, it's effectively like a proper test now, isn't it? Really?
A proper test.
Okay,
yeah.
Man United was a proper test, but we saw Man United leaking against Wolves. Really should have drew that game or lost that game because they should have had a penalty and so on. But Tottenham have been winning. Tottenham have been unbeaten. I think they're unbeaten.
They are unbeaten.
So this is the first time, obviously, and you guys are unbeaten. So somebody's has got to go. Well, unless you draw, of course. But somebody's always got to go. And I do think you will be stronger. I don't know why. I've just got a funny feeling if Basuma is playing, he seems to make Tottenham take in that midfield and he seems to get past that defender. He does basically what I said to you, Kante did for us. The Lampards did. Run from the midfield with the ball, go past the first man and then automatically you're against the defence. So if he does that, I've got a feeling they'll score goals. Maybe the Ramsdale thing as well is playing in the mind. He might have some friends in there. Something. I've got a feeling for something. But if he is not playing, I can't see anybody else. I can't see a Skip doing it. I can't see a Sarr doing it. I can't see Eric Dye coming into that midfield and doing anything.
No, I don't think Eric Dye.
If that's the case, then he'll be 3-1 or 3-0.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Look, I'm excited to see it. Like you said, it's a proper test against a team who's actually been playing well and winning. So yes, this should be it really. And obviously, if we beat them, we go second. As it stands at that moment.
Yeah. No, we said it just pisses you off when you say if we beat them, we go second because City are so far ahead.
It's obviously I know we're sitting 2 points behind them, but who's going to beat City? And again, that's a conversation for another podcast. Maybe Notts Forest can do it. I don't know, but
maybe like an all-time 11. Put a team of 11 against any City team without any City players, like all the best 11 players in the country against Man City.
Yeah, I think that could probably win it that way. I probably could win it, but then take Pep Guardiola as the manager
in that team.
In that team. Yeah. So we have to take him.
Well, even Arteta, to be fair, put Arteta in that team.
I don't know. I don't think.
Klopp. Put a Klopp in there. Yeah, stick a Klopp in there. Klopp will do something.
Arteta is not mentally strong enough yet to go up against Pep, and it's proven.
Klopp's proved it. If Klopp has the right players who are just full of energy, he's did it.
TT's another manager who's proved it. He's got balls.
Poch did it a while ago, but obviously I think that was more like meh.
Whatever.
Rather than quality play.
It was like a fly on a horse's arse, really.
Park the bus and let's see if we can kind of just counter-attack quickly.
Exactly.
It's a sleeper bus.
Yeah. Watch out, don't crash. Anyway, no, definitely not.
Don't crash now, you're at Chelsea.
No, look, predictions, obviously, we've done them for the weekend, and let's see what happens. Let's genuinely see what happens. It's going to be some interesting games, some sort of, for Luton, for example, and Sheffield United, these are make or break games, really. I know it's still early, but if you go in 5 games without a win,
that's it.
I'm
they're
sorry,
at home as well.
You go in,
literally, the 3 teams have come up. You're right, aren't you? The 3 teams have come up. They're playing at home. You've got to get points at home.
Can we get a mid-season? Can we get a mid-season demotion and a promotion? That'd be cool. That'd be all right because I'd swap Luton for whoever's top of the league.
Whoever's there at the minute,
whoever it is. Norwich probably.
Norwich probably. Love that.
Actually, do you know what? Wait.
If you're going for anything off the past, it probably is Norwich.
I'm just gonna have a quick look.
I think Southampton or Leicester. I'm not 100%, but yeah, it's one of them.
I will give you, without looking, right, which I probably already are anyway.
No, I'm about to type it in.
I will give you one guess of who it is, and I guarantee you will not get it. And if you say it, I know you've looked.
I don't know. Who did I say? Leicester, Southampton, Norwich. Obviously, I don't think it's Norwich. I don't know. I'm going to go with Leicester.
Okay, so Leicester is at second.
Now I want to press enter. Wait.
A point behind?
Preston North End? What the fuck?
Preston. But have you noticed Norwich are a 5th? So,
Well done to Preston North End, bro. Like, fucking hell. I did not see that coming.
No, I don't think anyone did, to be honest. I don't even think Preston saw that coming, to be fair. So, yeah, it's... I don't even think they've got anyone worth looking at, to be fair.
Congratulations to Preston North End, sitting top of the league. Yeah. Okay, very early on, but still.
On, yeah. But there you go, Norwich is still...
Where's the mighty Borough?
Last.
Wow.
They're actually dead last right now, yeah.
No.
Yeah, so it's...
They were fighting, trying to get promotion and playoffs last year. What's going on?
I think it's the case of, non-investment and no help from Michael Carrick. But there you go, Preston, top of the championship. Can you believe that? So I think it's going to be... I think Leicester are going to make it 100%. And I genuinely would put money on Norwich to make it as well. So because they just know how to do it. They know how to pull it off. But yeah, look, my guy, if you don't have anything else to add for the predictions,
nothing else,
we'll call it an end.
Out.
I know this is supposed to be the shorter one of the 2 podcasts, but it's I don't know, whatever.
What can we do? The
7 minutes shorter than the last one.
People are driving long journeys. Let's entertain them. Let's entertain them.
Let's do it. On your journeys. That should be like the thing. Tash, my guys, on your journeys. Do you know what I mean? Like a little tagline. Love it.
Yeah. Look, journeys with Tash, my guys.
Love it.
Sorry, I don't know why I went like that. I try to do the voice.
You have to do the sensual voice, because without sensual voice, it's just some of the random
geezers saying Tash, my guys. Whatever you're doing, Tash, my guys are there.
We are there for you.
This is going to be like that Cat Williams, like when
we're tickling your ears. Get me.
Tickling your ears, but
with a Tash. Huh? Get me.
Yeah, I was going to make a. Do you remember the Cat Williams joke? Stop with your missus to slow songs, do some gangster shit every day.
I'm hustling.
We can be everywhere. We can be everywhere on your journeys, on your time, relaxing, whatever you do in Tash, my guys.
Do you know what? We couldn't have said it better. We won't be at your house though, chilling. That's not what he's meaning.
Certainly not. No.
I don't know where
we'll be
people
at your
live.
speaker. We're coming through your speaker.
Yeah, I don't know where people live. All right, I'll be coming through your Alexa. I'll be coming on your Alexa.
And she knows where you live.
Yes, that doesn't sound right. I'll be coming on your Alexa. Definitely not right. Anyways, actually, that being said, thank you so much for listening, for bearing with us. We're gonna go, and we will catch you on the next one. Until then, stay safe, stay alert.